Yep, it's that time again. Yep, it's that time again. It is now February the 4th, 2021. Happy Black History Month to each and every one of you around the world. You get the opportunity to see this video. Every day is Black History for many of us who wear the skin. And I know you get that. And for those of us who wear the skin, I know you get that. Anyway, it's always a pleasure to read to you. I'm getting it, I'm feeling that right now. Out of my novel, Duppy, You Reap What You Sow, a novel by Ronald Haynie. Consider this your audio book if you need, you know what I'm saying? For those of you who would like to order this book, there's ways to get this book in the description box, especially with an autograph from yours truly, me being Ronald Haynie, all day, all night. To God be all the glory. I'm going to go there really quickly. Also, if you enjoy this, what I'm about to do for you, you please do not hesitate to like this video. Do not hesitate to share this video amongst your family, your associates, and your affiliates, and your constituents. And last but certainly not the least, please continue to subscribe to me and all of my subscribers that are still rocking with me from years ago. I am back. I think I'm healing a little more now post my mom's transition. So anyway, yeah, because she died right after I published this. So, but it's all good. We can't get out here alive. This is what she used to tell me. So she was right. But anyway, to the book. This is going to be an excerpt from chapter 4 of Duppy, You Reap What You Sow, a novel by Ronald Haynie. Let's do it. Let's get it. Because I have some reads to do over there on Facebook. And I think for Instagram, I want this read to be for IGTV. I'm not sure yet. It's hell being born in October. I'm not sure if I want to do that. My Facebook Live read may be for IGTV. I haven't decided yet. But one thing I have decided on is I'm about to read to you right now from pages 65 to 74. Okay, out of this book that I've written. Chapter 4, from Duppy, You Reap What You Sow. One overcast afternoon at 2:30 after school, on the corner of 190th and Audubon, the brawl of the century was going on, and Dwayne, Patrick, Sean, Eric, and Arthur found themselves smack in the center of the melee. Earlier that week in gym class, Patrick had an argument with a boy, a junior, who ironically was from the same Harlem neighborhood named Marvin Peterson. Marvin and Patrick argued over a basketball call, but Marvin called Patrick a faking Jamaican. Patrick then hit Marvin in the face with the basketball, giving him a bloody, swollen lip. Marvin vowed vengeance the moment Patrick returned from his 3-day suspension. The scuffle, surrounded by a crowd of oohing and ahhing teenagers, moved out into the middle of Audubon Avenue, blocking the horn-blowing traffic. Patrick was getting the best of Marvin, bloodying his nose and unhealed, swollen mouth. His ultimate goal was to put Marvin into the nursing home they started fighting in front of. Once Martin Peterson found his identical twin getting beat up, he jumped to his brother's defense. Geeky Arthur Boyd, who was walking with Patrick after their senior meeting in school, saw Martin spring from behind a parked car, attempting to help his brother. Dropping his books to join in, Arthur's glasses were immediately knocked from his face by Martin. The twins' friend, Omar, also jumped in, kicking Arthur in the stomach, and Arthur was knocked to the ground. Patrick took on the twins, slamming one to the pavement while capturing the other in the headlock after he swung at Patrick and missed his connecting punch. Omar jumped on top of Patrick, straddling him, trying to knock Wild Patrick off his friend who was choking inside of Patrick's locked bicep while being punched in the head by Patrick's free fist. Marvin re-entered the scuffle, as did Arthur. Marvin punched Arthur in the face before he could get to Omar. After punching Arthur, then kicking him in the back, Marvin helped Omar get Patrick off of Martin, who was starting to get beat up pretty bad while choking in the headlock. Suddenly, Omar and Marvin were getting the best of Patrick. Some of the school's security officers were out and about trying to restore order. And while Patrick went to quickly check Arthur, Omar drop-kicked him while his back was turned. After knocking him to the ground, Martin had recovered. Marvin and Omar began to beat on Patrick. Arthur took another swing at one of the twins and missed. Omar snuffed him again. Coincidentally, after skipping school all day and skillfully ditching the truancy police, Dwayne, Sean, and Eric were in a Spanish bodega purchasing hero sandwiches near the school when they noticed the crowd. "Oh shit, that's Pat!" Dwayne yelled, running out the store, followed by Sean cracking his knuckles, with Eric quickly following, going to their best friend's aid. Dwayne took on Omar, swinging his iron name belt in his opponent's direction. The name buckle was spray painted gold, and Dwayne's name was spelled neatly in the center until the swinging buckle connected with Omar's left ear. The letters D-W-A-Y-N-E scattered about, and Omar went down to the ground while Dwayne finished him off. Sean fought Martin, bobbing and weaving and punching with connecting left and right hooks and one swift kick to the kneecaps of his opponent. And Eric finished off Marvin, wrestler style, while stunned Patrick recuperated on the sidewalk in the crowd. Police sirens filled the airwaves as the brawl concluded just in time. Omar and the twins were demolished. A few girls helped Arthur find his broken glasses and wiped his bloody mouth, while Dwayne, Sean, and Eric checked their boon, Patrick, ensuring his well-being. After purchasing a quart of beer, they headed towards the train station, laughing about the fight, teasing Arthur because he was beaten up, yet praised his courageous participation while he continued spitting blood. The crew planned the rest of the afternoon. For some, the afternoon would be filled with babysitting, house chores, tagging graffiti, studying for final exams, and homework. For some, the afternoon would be filled with more quarts of beer, liquor perhaps, and maybe some good old smoke. For some, the afternoon would be a combination of both. They slapped fire repeatedly, yelling obscenities to the passing young women and other people, with caps to the back and hats cocked to the side, grinning faces with cuts and bruises, blood-stained hands, ripped clothes, and backpacks filled with school books. The charismatic boys caught the subway instead of their usual after-school bus ride and headed for Harlem. Al stared in the barbershop mirror, admiring his look. He said to his barber, "Well, bro Harden, I used to be the Jackson 5 grandfather. I guess I'm Mr. Clean now." Billy Harden laughed. "Damn, Carter, you still got something crazy to say after all these years." "Oh, yeah." Al modified his afro, going for its cuts and shaves at Billy Harden's barbershop on 7th Avenue and 119th Street. Billy was the oldest barber in his shop at 62 years old, and he employed a few younger barbers. Where the rest of them rascals you got in here, man? Daggone whippersnappers? They ain't come in yet. Al, you want them young boys on your head?" Mr. Lewis asked, a bone-thin senior from 118th Street. "Man, you out your mind? Those little young old boys will have a bunch of stair steps, doggone staircase in my head, or some daggone zigzags, a whole bunch of foolishness. Them whippersnappers ain't getting on my head. Nope, no sirree, only the old timers like Bro Harden right here." Shit, bro, Harden ain't getting on my head, and I'm an old timer. Mr. Lewis chuckled. Billy Harden laughed, releasing Al from the barber chair, carefully passing him his cane. What owe you? $5, my man. Al passed Billy a $5 bill, moving towards the hanging rack for his coat. All righty. Hey, men, listen up. Fixing to be time for the old way at Cadillac Joe's. Don't y'all blow all your cash on them numbers, y'all. Holy moly, I got to get my shit. Let me get to that number joint, Mr. Lewis yelled, standing as quick as his feeble body allowed. Oh, hell, Al chuckled. I done got him started. Got to get on around this corner. Bro Harden, take care of yourself. Here? And say hey to Rutledge for me. All right, gentlemen. He waved while exiting the shop. A bunch of young guys heading north on 7th spoke. Yo, hi, Mr. Carter. Hey, Mr. Carter. Yo, tell Baby Al what's up. What's up, Mr. Carter? Hello. Hello. He replied, stopping short, removing his brand new glasses, watching their backs and bops as they headed in the opposite direction. Now, who was them boys? Damn, I said I'm getting old. I don't know who's speaking to me now. Must be these new glasses. They ain't working too good. Gotta tell Doc Wallace, oh man. Al walked into his tenement building, grinning immediately. Barbara Nelson, what the devil you up to? His unpredictable neighbor had set up a small table in front of the staircase outside apartment number 1. She sat behind the desk with her arms folded. He shook his head, starting up the stairs. Midway, he stopped to mentally prepare for the long climb. Barbara, what? Serious. What brought that on? You behind that desk and everything. How could you ask a fool question like that? How we been living in this neighborhood, in this building, more than 40 years. 40 years. You need to be down here with me on my tenant association. Oh, Barbara, who in the hell you gonna get to associate with you? Al laughed, restarting his journey. Gone. But you gonna wish you helped Barbara, honey, with all these people. Yes, including Baby Al coming through roofs all over 17th Street. Y'all ain't taking my stuff. Honey, I'm sorry. Barbara knows because Barbara's watching. Al knew she was still babbling to herself when he reached upstairs. Noticing the phone ringing, he rushed inside his bedroom to answer. By the time he reached the phone extension in his room, the person on the other end hung up. He frowned and exhaled aggravatingly while he looked at the 11-year-old framed portrait of Dwayne, Maddie, and himself. His frown vanished and he grinned at the picture, started unzipping his coat while watching himself in the dresser mirror. He opened the window, instantly becoming chilly. This particular March felt like December as the sun set. He looked right down 117th Street towards Lenox, then left towards the corner of 117th and 7th Avenue, and brought his head quickly inside. Still cold, gonna be cold, and I'm glad I made it upstairs out the cold, Al thought, closing the window. He went to the closet, pushed aside the beads, hung up his coat, and removed his trunk. The trunk, cherished since World War II, was filled with memorabilia of the family. After Gwenny's death, Maddie, unable to cope with her passing, had demanded her daughter's pictures be removed and put away. And Al complied with his wife's wishes, storing every photo of their daughter inside the bottom of the trunk. At times like this, when Dwayne wasn't around, Al would dig inside to reclaim his bittersweet memories. The memories of his young life yesteryear, of his good life yesteryear. He would travel back to Pine Bluff, Arkansas in his mind's eye. He would take out each picture ID he ever owned and align them along the dresser edge, admiring his good looks during his youth, hating the forthcoming beast of age progression. Time truly waited for no one as the years flew by. glancing from picture to picture. The trunk also contained crumbling photos of his parents, Frederick and Jessie Bell Carter. There were pictures of Aunt Lou, as well as other ancestors, all sorts of personals important to Al. There were a few salvageable pictures of his sisters who resided in Michigan with their husbands and families after the fleeting separation of the family. The memories were unshakable, protecting his mother and younger sisters from the KKK, ensuring their boarding of a train headed away from Pine Bluff, rescuing them from a near lynching. The trunk held his spirit and mental together after World War II, his entire being tucked away and perused at his meditative leisure. There was Maddie's death certificate to digest painfully, his cooking certificates and awards to read as a victorious chaser in the absence of the two women he truly loved and hoped they were in a place titled heaven. Also, there were extra leftover obituaries from the funerals of Maddie and Gwynnie. Unlocking the trunk, he dug inside and bypassed a few of his favorites, from Gwynnie's first piano recital to a couple of birthday parties, the 1961 valedictorian speech, and the college-bound Gwendolyn Carter. He removed a couple of pictures, chuckling immediately at the memory. The occasion, Gwynnie's first chocolate cake she baked. Al thought, Aunt Lou must have taken these. The black and white photos captured a happy moment in the Carter home. Young Gwynnie Carter had listened to her mother's recipe. Then she listened to her father's he used from his job. He baked most of his cakes from scratch. She did it her way eventually, headstrong, self-willed, with a fierce need to be different. The same regal, distinct mannerisms she possessed and that burning need for new horizons led to the turbulent trap of interracial dating in college. And sadly, the subsequent gang rape that would send the only child of Albert and Maddie Mae Carter back to 117th Street between Lenox and 7th, like a boomerang. After she fought and ran for her life on campus that horrifying night, her studious disposition disappeared, and she became a depressed shell of a young woman. Her return to the streets of Harlem and subsequent pregnancy transformed her into a perfidious pariah, ending her studies unceremoniously, much to her parents' dismay. After finding out his daughter's personal plight, Al Carter stood tall and strong for his expanding family, in spite of more Carter devastation. My grandson gonna have the world. Oh, Daddy, how you know I'm having a boy? Because I know God is good, Gwynnie. Now, Daddy, what is that supposed to mean? It means that the good Lord ain't gonna send me no more fool women to deal with. Oh, Daddy, and you still can't bake a chocolate cake? Daddy! He felt an emotional head rush thinking of his daughter. And Al dug into the trunk again, removing a generous, unframed 8x10 size picture of Dwayne at 2 months. The description of Dwayne's biological father, Arnold Mucci, stared into Al's soul from the photo. And Al returned the glare, holding his grandson's profound 2-month-old features in the trembling grasp of his right hand. Baby Al, don't you listen to nobody when they talk about Gwynnie here. Pappy, is Gwynnie my mother? Is it true that Gwynnie might be my mother? Tossing Dwayne's 8x10 back inside and shaking the trunk, he removed his daughter's framed high school graduation portrait. Heart bursting with pride, Al gazed at his favorite picture. And what a beauty she was. High school valedictorian, college bound, psych major, young black woman. He looked at his watch. 5:30 p.m. Al thought, I got time. He dumped the other pictures back into the trunk, and moving as quickly as possible, Al limped down the hallway with Gwynnie's portrait in hand, wanting to experience it in its original sitting place. He began to fantasize. Hey, grandson, how's it going? Hey, Pappy, everything is fine. I got all A's. I'm doing good in school. That a boy. Listen, how are you doing otherwise? Oh, you mean the stuff you told me? Yeah, about my mama and my dad? I'm okay, man. You know, it hurt at first, what you said to me. I ain't believe it, but I feel better now, Pappy. I really wish my father didn't do what he did to my mother. My mama was so strong. My father was a chump, him and his punk boys, for doing what they did, being prejudiced and all, raping and hurting her. But my mama, I'm really proud of my mama. Are you? Yeah. Yeah. Also, Pappy, I want you to know that I love you. Seriously, man, I do. I really appreciate what you've done for me, how you and Grandma Maddie raised me. God bless you. You. And that is out. I'm going to cut it right there, people on YouTube. All my subscribers, if you're subscribing back to me. And for all you Instagrammers out there, just, multitasking. And yeah, I said it. Don't get mad. This may sound sexist, but women are better at multitasking. Okay. I don't care what your men are thinking if you feel that you can multitask as a man, that's your business. All right. I still say that women are I can't even put on my glasses to get out of this bright light. You know what I mean? Anyway, women are better at multitasking. So don't forget though, you know what I'm saying? No offense to those men that can multitask like that. But anyway, Instagram, you already know how to get this book. And YouTube, this is the video I'm going to use for Instagram. And when I get over to Facebook, I'm going to go live for real on Facebook and read from another part of the chapter 4 for February 4th, 2021. Every day is Black History 2021. Support young male authors. I know it's a lot of gray here. I got some decisions to make. 25-year-olds don't need to be walking around with this much gray, but I'll be 35 on my birthday. Y'all get it. Dyslexic. Anyway, thank you for tuning into this video. Please like it. If you love to read, like this video, send to your friends, and buy the book. There's ways to buy the book. And I have a new book coming out by the end of this year. I promise. But anyway, thank you all again. This has been Ronald Haynie reading from my novel, Duppy, You Reap What You Sow, a novel by. See y'all tomorrow with a read. Then again, tomorrow's not promised. If the Almighty spares my life, I'll be reading for you tomorrow from chapter 5 for February the 5th, 2021. Every day is Black History 2021. Peace.